gets funded and what doesn't, balancing the environment, the people, and the special interests. We, the people of Waimanalo, are not a special interest. More important than the 470 parking stall tourist and sports complex, we have basic needs to be addressed. As you can see in the pictures I provided and also on the wall over there, the existing fields, gym, and pavilion have not been properly maintained for decades. The gym roof still leaks. Trees and shrubs are growing from the roof. We were not properly informed of this project then or now. Mr. Anderson has admitted this, and he says he takes responsibility. However, the impact of this project is too vast to ask for forgiveness now instead of asking permission. I thank you from my heart for this opportunity to speak and be heard now. Please stop this wasteful, unwanted, environmentally damaging, community-destroying project now. As you can see here and by the roadside every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m., Waimanalo is an amazing, connected, peaceful, capable community which can decide for ourselves what is best. Mahalo nui for taking this time.
Thank you for your testimony. Any questions? Next testimony, please.
Hi, my name is Nina Pulala, and I was a resident of Waimanalo. And I'm speaking today because we have a finite amount of natural resources and undeveloped land here in the islands. And we have the power to destroy it, but we also do have the power to protect it. And I'm asking that with your power, you allow generations to come to have this place that is so special. It's a place that people go to connect to something that is higher than themselves. And because we have a finite amount, we are limited here in these islands of places that people can go to connect to something that is higher than themselves. So I ask that you use your power today to help the community now and ahead of us to have this precious place preserved. Thank you.
And I am very opposed to this Waimanalo Bay Beach Park Master Plan. I was born and raised in Waimanalo. I live one house away from Sherwood Forest. Growing up, we used to play for hours every day in the woods and on the beach. We never knew how lucky we were. Sherwoods is our last small slice of natural beauty on Oahu in Waimanalo. If you look at it from Sea Life Park to Olamana, if you discount the ag, we're a tiny slice of a little town. People come from all over the island and the world to enjoy this special place. I speak to a lot of tourists, and they say they come back again and again because they enjoy the natural beauty and not the cement crowdedness of Kailua. They enjoy Sherwoods the way it is. We ask you to stop this destruction. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Next testify, please.
I'm Maureen Harnisch. I live in Kamuki, but have been in love with Waimanalo for 30 years. I wanted to talk about the environmental assessment. You probably all already know this, but I didn't. It was a big shock to me that the City Office of Design and Construction does the EA, and then the judge of the EA to see if an EIS is triggered, a much more thorough process, is the same agency, the City of Design and Construction. And they said, oh no, nothing to see here, move along, there's no EIS needed. And the only check and balance on that flaw in our system is the elected councilman for the area who was pro the project at the time. So it was not really providing a check or balance. So I was really angry when the city, and it's the mayor, the councilman, and the Parks Department, issued a press release that they handed out at the last Waimanalo Neighborhood Board meeting. And it was full of lies and half-truths. 8 times they mentioned the formal press release process, formal environmental impact statement that they had done, even though one wasn't done. Now it looks like serious incompetence or a deliberate misinformation campaign that was done. I'm upset that they're using 157,500 gallons of potable drinking water every day to irrigate these fields. There is no recycled sewage water in Waimanalo, and it's years, decades, and millions of dollars away. It's really important. We don't have, there's a shortage of water in Waimanalo. That's one of all the important parts.
Promised recycled water.
It says it, it says it.
Can I give her my minute, please?
That's nice of you to say, but I think to move things along, I think we should, did you submit your written testimony as well? Okay.
Where do I get that?
We can gather your written testimony.
This needs to be much closer looked at. There's a lot of holes in this situation.
Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
testimony. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Maureen,
Excuse me.
questions? Come back.
Maureen, Councilmember Pine has questions for you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, you said there's misinformation that
Yes.
happened. What exactly was not correct?
In the press release, which I have with me, it was said by the city that there was an environmental impact statement done 8 times. A formal environmental impact statement. I can give you my copy. It's got red marks all over it where I doodled on it. The second thing that was misleading was that the press release says they're gonna use R1 recycled water from the Waimanalo sewage treatment plant. And there is no R1 recycled water from the sewage treatment plant. It's an R2 facility, and it's years, if not decades, and millions of dollars away from upgrading that facility. So let's just say it's 10 years away. 157,500 gallons of water a day are going to be used to irrigate that field.
Drinking
Potable
water.
drinking water. Waimanalo has a water shortage. If you read the Ko'olaupoco Watershed Management Plan, which I did that riveting document, it says Waimanalo has a water shortage. And so 157,000, I don't really have a big concept of what that means, but per day, drinking water, we're gonna pour on the baseball field? The next thing that they said was, just a second, quoting the press release, according to the environmental impact statement, which doesn't exist, the area does not provide primary habitat for native birds or other Hawaiian fauna. And this is a direct quote from the Waimanalo Bay Beach Park Master Plan, section 4.8 fauna. The federally endangered Hawaiian coot, Hawaiian duck, Hawaiian moorhen, Hawaiian stilt, Hawaiian hoary bat, turtles, also the federally threatened Newell shearwater, the Migratory Bird Treaty Act protected Wedgewater shearwater are also all known to use this area. But no environmental impact statement was done. Maybe if someone other than the same agency who wrote the environmental assessment was judging it, they might have found a trigger. Because that place is full of endangered species. It's a beautiful forest, it's a holy place, and this makes me angry. This process makes me angry. So I'm gonna give you my marked up thing here, my press release.
Any more questions?
Should I just hand it to you? Or-
And we can have our staff.
Any more questions?
Thank you very much.
Do you have any more questions?
I think you said
I've been
it all.
up to my eyeballs in this for a month. I've got a lot of information. Thank you for the chance.
The association, we are in support of Zion and most of us on the board there, and hope that Sherwood stays with all the trees, not losing thousands of trees to this. And usually you see me here for Keep the Country Country and for trying to preserve ag land, but it's also very important that we take this beach property, as beach is diminishing as erosion occurs, and this is statewide. And we have to also consider that the hoary bat's mating season, breeding season is starting June. So any delay is now. I mean, you should be thinking about delay for now. And then, but with the long run, I think of how, the kids have gone down there for years. My son won his first surf contest kind of thing down there. It's just, even though I don't live in Waimanalo, I love Waimanalo, and so do most of the people on the island. And think of it as, a local place more than, not developing for anything more for tourists, please, because, they have the bulk of it, a lot of development as it is. And then I noticed here in the newspaper, Shannon Olivado on the neighborhood board in Waimanalo said that many in her community, while many in our community disagree with the build-out of Sherwood Park. This is a good sample of what you're looking at. This time of morning on a Wednesday, you don't see this many people out usually. This is a really good sample of what we're talking about. Okay, thank you.